in this
Let Yoruba go and rule Yoruba land. Let the North agree on who will rule Northwest. Let the Kanu rule Northeast. Let the Igbos rule the Southeast. Let the South agree. Then the temperature will come down. I will not want to be running federal election with 200 million naira form because I have to run from Sokoto to Ikotekpene. I will campaign as a premier of Western region where people know me and I know them. I know what they want. The Southwest want to bring all Yorubas who are Japan, bring them back to Nigeria. Nigeria is too hostile for the Yorubas now. Nigeria is a poisoned environment for Yoruba because we invested in education so much and we have lost all the human beings. They are developing other societies. The North will not care less. How many doctors do they have in United States? How many doctors do they have in Europe? These are facts I'm put on the table now. I don't need to sugarcoat anything at all. We are divided. Let's just accept it. It's no fight. It's no war. The North will come up on their own. We will respect each other. But this matter of trying to play some games, President Tinubu is better. In fact, if he runs only one time and he brings this temperature down, his name will go down in history. But if he does not do anything in the next 6 months about restructuring, and he goes to use all the money to run election in 2027 and he wins, and then what? Yorubas will become endangered in the political system because once he leaves, then Nigeria is not safe for Yoruba.
We don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore.
Yeah.
Because it's not working for us.
So who made
Nigeria? Our mineral resources.
So who made Nigeria today? Nigeria today. Who made it?
Who made it Nigeria? It's British. That's why we are.
Or England.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amalgamated the North and the South for economic reasons.
Wow.
In 1914.
Only economic reason. That's horrendous.
So now we want our nation. We don't want to be Nigeria anymore. Let individual go.
What is the language will be then in your nation? The language?
Yoruba.
Oh, Yoruba. Okay.
Like Shalafiani, that's us.
What does that mean?
Are you alright?
Okay. Chalo.
Hello. Shalafiani.
Afayani.
Shalafiani.
Okay.
Ekasan. Good afternoon.
Right. Okay.
Good morning. Ekaro. We have our language. We have our culture.
So that will be your official language.
Yeah, Yoruba. Yeah, it's a language.
So have you got a leader at the minute?
So the Yorubas also want the same thing that the Igbos has been clamoring for long now. I mean, the Yorubas also want out just as the Igbos want. So why are you now fighting, joining the Fulanis and the North to fight the Igbos? Why so much hate on the Igbos? Meanwhile, you can see the exact same thing. In fact, you do not even see it to the extent that the Igbos have seen it, which made them to start clamoring for leaving Nigeria for a long time now. I was thinking that if two people have the same interest, are they not supposed to team up, come together and fight for the interest that they are looking for? See the number of Yoruba people, even the ones that are abroad, are clamoring for wanting out, wanting Yoruba nation. That's what they call it, Yoruba nation. They say they don't want, even with the president being a Yoruba man, they still want out. That is to tell you how bad Nigeria has gone. And did you hear what that woman said? She said that they cannot give them that Yoruba land because the foreigners know what they are getting in Nigeria. And they know that this regionalism is going to make it very difficult for them to penetrate Nigeria and milk us. If the Yorubas want the same thing that the Igbos want, is it not a call for them to come together and stop following the North to antagonize every Igbo that come out to say they want Biafra? You want Yoruba land. You yourself see the ills that Nigerians are doing on your people. Even the ones that Igbos are experiencing is even more than the one that you are seeing. Yet, anytime they mention Biafra, any Nigerian person, whether North or West, will be screaming, arrest him, detain him. So, and Nigerian government is not seeing these people. Nobody has been arrested. Nobody is detained or anything. But once an Igbo man say, we want out of Nigeria, we want Biafra, everywhere will be like they have thrown bomb. Now, wow. I'm going to let you to watch the rest of the videos.
All right, Dr. Fakunda. It looks to me like a lot of people might consider your submissions a bit concerning. The way that you're addressing issues that have to do with the northern part of the country. When you say that we are different, does it appear to you that it might sound like you are trying to breed division does it appear to you like you are in a way sounding like Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the Conservative Party in the UK, who is of Nigerian parentage, and who says that, you know, have got nothing in common with the North, and that they were even enemies, you know, of where she comes from, which is of the Yoruba stock. You, of course, will have noticed the backlash that attracted, and people criticize that that's not the spirit that Nigeria is trying to work on. So when you base your argument of regionalization on the fact that we can be together, even though we can be good neighbors, don't you think, sir, that you might make things a bit difficult for somebody like President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is Yoruba and who has been accused anyway of trying to Yorubanize the entire machinery of government? And therefore, if you are proposing to him that he should do more of restructuring that regionalizes, wouldn't that appear as anti-North at the time that key Northern elements are saying that no, come 2027, it doesn't look like we'll support you? Aren't you making things a bit difficult for a Yoruba man like yourself, sir, who's the president?
Thank you very much. It's a fact that we are divided. We pretend that it's totally, I don't understand it. The North knows what they want, and the South are reluctant to say what they want. President Tinubu is about to put all the cards on the table, trying to pepper over it and say we are united. Of course, we are not united. We are not united. We are divided. That's just the truth. I've told you now that the North brought federal character. The South agreed to okay, fine, we are united. What is the result of it? The North brought quota system. Southern agreed with it. It's in the Constitution. What is the result? If we now bring in tax to say, okay, get more VAT in the North at the expense of the South, so what will be the result? The division will continue until we remove the feeding bottle, let everybody just work according to his own dictates. The North sincerely believes in Sharia. We should not draw them for that purpose now. We should let them be. They want Sharia. In the South, there are Muslims. We don't want Sharia. Somebody brought us in Oyo to do Sharia in Oyo. Everybody put it down. The Muslims in the South don't want Sharia. So why are we pretending? In the Southeast, some few Muslims, but they don't want Sharia. Let's accept who we are. Let's accept reality so that we'll not stop talking and talking and talking. And
exactly.
Motion without movement. That's what it is. I'm not ashamed. Okay, look, if President Tinubu succeeds now, 2027, 2031, every Yoruba person in Abuja will be cleaned out of the system. Because
you understand?
We already started with Fulani. He is doing Yoruba now. Let the Igbos come. We cannot grow the Igbos if they put 99% in all positions too. Is that the way we are building the country? Let Yoruba man go and rule Yoruba land. Let the North agree on who will rule Northwest. Let the kanu rule Northeast. Let the Igbos rule the Southeast. Let the South agree. Then the temperature will come down. I will not want to be running federal election with 200 million naira form because I have to run from Sokoto to Ikotekpene. I will campaign as a premier of Western region where people know me and I know them. I know what they want. The Southwest want to bring all Yorubas who are Japan, bring them back to Nigeria. Nigeria is too hostile for the Yorubas now. Nigeria is a poisoned environment for Yoruba because we invested in education so much and we have lost all the human beings. They are developing other societies. The North will not care less. How many doctors do they have in United States? How many doctors do they have in Europe? These are facts I'm put on the table now. I don't need to sugarcoat anything at all. We are divided. Let's just accept it. It's no fight. It's no war. The North will come up on their own. We will respect each other. But this matter of trying to play some games, President Tinubu is better. In fact, if he runs only one term and he brings this temperature down, his name will go down in history. But if he does not do anything in the next 6 months about restructuring, and he goes to use all the money to run election in 2027 and he wins, and then what? Yorubas will become endangered in the political system because once he leaves, then Nigeria is not safe for Yoruba again.
Sorry,
Nigeria is not a united country, despite all the pretenses. We are not South since 1914. It has not changed. The North, at the flip of a switch, they are able to shout Northern interest. The Southerners are laid back, hoping that, oh, we are civilized. We don't want to talk about tribalism. Tribalism is at play. We are pretentious about this matter. Look, the North has taken us for a ride for too long. They foisted federal character on Nigeria over 40 years. They foisted quota system over Nigeria over 40 years. Have they benefited from it? Only the tiny clique in the North is holding the whole country to ransom. It's enough time for Nigeria to wake up. We are not together, not plus South. Now they are talking the elite, the few elite in the North. Like if Filibotu is going to be removed from their mouth. That's what they are doing. They are shouting. They are forming a group now. Lead of Northern Democrats. The governor of Bauchi was talking. They won't be able to pay salaries again. They won't be able to do that. Look, the North has damaged Nigeria fundamentally with this attitude. Who are the Nigerians who are now Japan now? They are Southerners. The South invested in education massively in the 50s and the 60s. The products now have been driven out of Nigeria. Can you find the Fulani man in London or in New York practicing medicine, practicing engineering? It's the Yorubas, the Igbos, Southerners that are marginalized. It's time to call the bluff of the North. Not because we even support what Tinubu is doing, but we have to converse about Nigeria. Nigeria is not, we are pretentious. Let's go to the brass tacks. That's why we are calling for regionalization. The North is separate from the South. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. Unless we are deceiving ourselves. There are many issues about the tax reform. Look, the president is not focusing in the right direction. Just one item alone, inheritance tax. The North has a different perspective on Sharia. The Southwest have different customs. The East have different approach. By trying to do a unitary tax system, when we are all having a different flavor of life, is that not a voyage to nowhere? Tax bill is not the reform that we want. The country has to be reorganized and let all of us live separately, but as good neighbors. As good neighbors. We are different. It's just a fact. We can gloss over it from here to eternity. Let me just stop there right now.
I do not understand what this man is saying. He's saying that there will be more effective distribution of government. Like government will be more peaceful. In Nigeria as a whole, will be more peaceful if regionalism is introduced. Let Yoruba govern Yoruba. Let Igbo go their way. Let Fulani or Hausa the South, let them govern themselves. At least with that, there will be no case of these people are cheating us. They did not allow Igbos to rule. Yoruba went into the seat and packed every Yoruba. There will be no case like that. And it will even be better because you know your people know you. You know what your people want. You speak their language. They understand what you say. Nobody will say you are forcing them again to vote who they do not like or you are doing one thing or the other because it will now be everybody on their own. Isn't that the same thing that Igbos are asking for? The whole Biafra thing, is it not the same thing like Biafra, is it not Igbo land? Now, Yoruba nation, is it not like a different, because I don't think, please, someone clarify me, is this not the same thing that Igbos have been asking for? So Yoruba want to go their own? Yoruba too want to go their own. It's now left for the North to decide. Maybe the North will now become the, the North will now become the Nigeria. So what is all the hating and the fighting for? If Yorubas and the Igbos want the same thing, why is it that if a Yoruba person say they want out, it is okay? They give a good reason. But if an Igbo man say the same thing, they want Biafra, the person will be termed a terrorist. The person will become the problem of Nigeria. The person will become the reason why everything that is happening in the Southeast and the whole of Nigeria is happening. Meanwhile, the person has been detained for a long time and the thing that is happening is still happening. In fact, increasing. Can't Nigeria see that the best thing for everybody is what this man just said? He said it mine. I did not say it without fear. And ever since this interview came out, nobody has arrested him or even questioned him. He has been going his way. But let an Igbo man say it. Nigerians know what they are doing. Guys, what do you think about this? Please, if you're a Yoruba or if you're an Igbo, anywhere that you are, what do you think? At least this one is not Igbo saying it. Nobody will say they are terrorists or anything. What do you have to say concerning what these people just said? Are you also part of those clamoring for regionalism? Give it to me in the comment section, please. People need to, Nigerians need to see this. Nigerians, share this video and subscribe to our channel.